Hey everyone, my name is Josh. I am one of the CRs for Rainbow Six Siege, and you may also know me as UBYubble on the Ubisoft forums, Steam, and Reddit. With the release of North Star, we figured this would be a good opportunity to discuss some of the top issues that we have gone over the past year. Without further ado, let's dive right into it. Up first, let's talk about smoke propagation and Smoke's toxic babes. We're excited to announce that with the release of North Star, Smoke's toxic canisters will no longer clip through ceilings, floors, or walls. Up next, bullet hole peeking. We know that for players, it can be frustrating to get killed through a bullet hole and not necessarily know where that bullet hole came from. With North Star, we're excited to announce that bullet holes in soft surfaces will no longer leave small holes that will give an unfair advantage to peekers. Players will need to fire multiple bullets to create larger rotations, and it's worth mentioning that thin materials like window glass, barricades, and the inner core of props will not be affected by this change. Next, let's dive into some of the gameplay-focused issues that are affecting our community. We are improving the way the game detects flashes so that you can be more confident knowing how it will affect your opponent. To solve this, we are simulating the way light bounces off objects in the environment and evaluating the strengths of flashes to make sure that they are balanced. We're happy with the results so far and are now testing it to make sure it meets the standards in the heat of a match, and we are currently aiming for a Year 6 Season 3 launch for this. Up next, let's talk about certain skins that are difficult to see. We know that when you're peeking down a corridor, you want to make sure that you're actually seeing your opponent where they are. And we know that there are certain skins that make this a little bit difficult for our players. To combat this, we are introducing rim lighting, that way all cosmetics have a similar visibility across the board. We are currently aiming for a Year 6 Season 3 release for this, so be sure to stay tuned to our social media for updates. Next, we'd like to talk about some issues that tie into your wider player experience with Siege. When it comes to cheating and toxicity, we know these topics are important for our community just as much as they are for us. In our last anti-cheat dev blog, we mentioned that we are working on building new cheat detections based on statistics to uncover our most disruptive cheat users. While this process was originally manual to stress test and help validate its accuracy, we are excited to announce that this process is now automatic. This means that sanctions for cheaters identified through data-based means will come quicker and reduce their impact on our community. Implementing an automatic process also allows us to work in parallel and strengthen our collaboration with BattleEye. We are also taking the time to further evolve the MMR롤백 system by improving its reactivity and minimizing its negative impact on our players. The goal of MMR롤백 was to help players when they are in an unfair match. That being said, we know that when you win against a team with a cheater and you are rolled back for that, it can be very frustrating, so we are working to address that. We will continue to tweak the design as we work towards a clear and fair system. We are not able to share an exact timeline at this moment, but we are working towards and aiming for a Season 3 release for this, so be sure to look out for more updates. We have also increased sanction penalties for abandon-related offenses, and this will be for ranked and unranked, and you will see this at the beginning of North Star. Paired with the recent improvements to the match cancellation, we expect this to help discourage this form of griefing while limiting the impact on our committed players. Now, this is only just a snapshot of what we're working on. Later on this week, we will share a top issues article that will recap these and some of our other top related issues. On top of this, we are also hard at work on focused updates for specific top issues, like an update to our anti-cheat dev blog, so stay tuned for more.